Oh, what's going on, guys? It is Inkbite Gaming here, bringing you back to another surprise trade Sunday. And today we have our Rowlet. I know that we were supposed to be doing a launcher, I think. But I did say if I was able to get, as you see behind me, a Rowlet, I'd breed it and get a Rowlet. Yeah, Rowlet. I didn't evolve it into a Decidueye because I was given a shiny egg from a friend of mine. It's one of those giveaway type things. So I was able to get a shiny of it. So here we go with the Decidueye. I do have the raid one as well. But I did get a shiny from a friend through an egg. So I'm just checking to make sure everything's right. I have my phone running with the stream, making sure everything is running just fine with the video. I'm pretty sure the audio is just well as well. But we do have our Rowlets for trade. I'm also since Rowlet was only introduced in Sun and Moon. There shouldn't be too much to read in the the stuff because I don't think Rowlet has been Sword and Shield. Did we have Rowlet? I don't remember if we were able to have Rowlet in the DLC or whatnot, or once Home came. But I do know that we didn't have him until the raid here this weekend. So I'm gonna stop talking. We're gonna get to the Poke Portal and start trading away our Rowlets. The Rowlets are holding a Miracle Seed. Here we see him in a, I forget what ball that is, that was breeded down. But it's a really nice ball. It matches the Rowlet as well. But most of them have the long reach hidden ability move. Some of them have overgrow, but um, most of them are. I don't think there was that many feet. Like the first row was all male. So I don't know. I don't know what the percentage is. Oh, sorry. I don't know what the percentage is for the females. We will find out once I start reading this. But they are holding a Miracle Seed. They got Confuse Ring, Knockoff, Roost, and Defog. I'm assuming those are like either base 1 moves or they were bred on by the Rowlet that I got. I do call my shiny Rowlets in like Decidueyes and Dartrix's mint. Because it looks when it's a shiny, it looks like a mint color. But I didn't nickname any of these because I don't know what to nickname them. But these are adamant as well, so there is that as too. We're gonna trade away our first one. We're maybe going to get a decent amount of these back. Not back as in, oh look, he's happy. He's such a cool Pokemon. It's a cool owl looking Pokemon. Out of all the Sun and Moon, I loved all of them. Their final evolutions were cool. But we do have a first trade, and then once we get this started, we will start reading off what's the information on the Rowlet Pokemon. Alright, let's see what our first Rowlet's going to be going to. It's going to somebody from Japan, because that's a Japanese name. Let's see. Oh, we got a Pinecone. I haven't really seen too many people. Well, I mean, this is probably a wild one. Maybe. I haven't really seen. I don't think we've had a trade for a Pinecone. It's level 1, so I'm assuming somebody is trying to get a shiny Pinecone. Alright, let's get our next one out, and we will read Rowlet on the Bulbapedia page. It is the Grass Quill Pokemon. The Japanese to English name is Mokoroa? Mokoroa? Okay, we got our second one going out. Um, this was very interesting that this was our first. I'm not saying first grass flying Pokemon, but our first Pokemon, grass Pokemon with a flying type for a starter. Because previous generations, it was either grass or poison type. Well, I think Bulbasaur was the only one that was grass poison in the beginning. Was he grass poison in the beginning, or was he just pure grass? Or did he get the poison typing further on? Because he wasn't a pure. Was he? I don't know. Now I'm second guessing myself because I haven't played with Bulbasaur in a long time. Maybe I should do a video of playing through Generation 1 with Bulbasaur. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Because everybody picks Charmander and Squirtle, and Bulbasaur is actually not that bad to face the first two gyms, and he resists Lieutenant Surge's gym. So maybe that would be cool, but I don't know. Maybe do a solo run with Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur, like I did with Chikorita. Potential Let's Plays. All right, so as it has only two abilities, Overgrow being one, and Long Reach being the hidden ability. Now I see the gender ratio. This is the reason why it is mostly male. It's very extremely rare for you to get a female Rowlet. Now that's the reason why if most people wanted a female, they had a hard time getting one. Because the ratio is the male is 87.5, almost fully 100%. Almost. But it's only 12.5 for it to be female. So, if anybody gets a female today from my surprise trades, as you can see, it is extremely rare. The catch rate on it, which I don't know if you can ever catch. Well, I mean, in games before, you were able to catch. I do believe you were able to catch some starters through other means. But its catch rate is 45, which is 11.9, which I think they have to put that in, just in case if you like it just ever happens that you have it like randomized or some shit like that. But egg group is flying. Its hatch time is 3,000. Oh, here we go. 3,855 or 4,111 steps. That's kind of a lot. Its height is 1 foot and 0 inches, which is 0.3 meters. Its weight is 3.3 pounds or 1.5 kilograms. Its base experience yield is 64. Its leveling rate is a medium slow. We also have its EVs. It's mostly in, if you were to do this, it's HP. Its Pokedex color is brown. It doesn't really have a footprint, which it does have feet, so I don't know why they didn't put something like that on the thing here. We also have the biology, but we're going to get our last one traded away, and then we will find out Rowlet's biology here. We are going to get something nice. So far I did notice that we didn't get anything too crazy in the first row, which hopefully we do not get. I see. I love to get a shiny and whatnot, but I hope that we do not get any of the hacked websites that has the shiny Pokemon, because I just give those away. I take off the item and just give it away. We're gonna get the second one out. We're gonna start reading on this biology that we got here, which is Rowlet is a small avian Pokemon resembling a young owl with a round body and short legs. I'm sorry, I'm not getting the. Wasn't getting the trade ready. I was too busy reading. Okay, we're gonna get our next one in. It's plumages. Plumage is primarily biggy with white undersides of a facial disc. The facial disc itself is shaped of two overlapping circles. It has a large black eyes and stubby beak. The top part of its beak is white, while the lower half is an orange-brown. Ooh, we got a Cupchew. Its feet are two facing forward toes and one backward facing toe. That's why I said I don't know why they didn't have a footprint in the Bulbapedia page, because he does have feet. Well, talons, if you want to call them what they are. Where was I? They're the same color as the lower half of its beak. Oh, there's our next one. Two leaves sprouts from its chest, arranged and resembling a bow tie. Additional leaves from its tails line the undersides of its wings. Oh, I never really actually paid too much attention to that. It does have a tail. It's a nocturnal Pokemon. It stores its energy during the day through photosynthesis. It approaches opponents by slightly gliding before unleashing a volley of kicks. This Pokemon is able to rotate its head 180 degrees and has excellent night vision. Its feathers are sharp as blades, which it launches at its foes through the air. Rowlet feels most relaxed in a tight, dark place. So that is the reason why when it fell asleep... Ooh, we got an Iron Hands. I really wasn't paying attention. Really never paying attention when I get something and I'm reading. But that makes sense why Ash's Rowlet always loved being in Ash's backpack. But never made any sense to, because it stores energy through photosynthesis. Why it slept mostly during the day in his backpack. Or why it sleep all the time. Well, I mean, yeah, it now makes sense. Ash never battled anything during the night. So, he would never know that he had the energy to... Actually, then that makes a ton of sense. Whatever I'm saying. But Rowlet's evolves forms are only known Pokemon that can evolve, that can have the ability Long Reach. No other Pokemon has it yet. They usually like love to give all these Pokemon all these new like abilities or signature moves, and then later on give it to somebody else. I am case in point. Darkest Lariat is no longer what's his face? God, why is it Pyro? No, not Pyroar. Why would I say Pyroar? That's not even remotely the Pokemon. I forget its name. It's the luchador-looking Pokemon from Litten is its first form. I do remember that. I know somebody is yelling at me right now. I know it, saying, this is that. This is that." Okay, we are swiftly moving along. Okay, so I'm going to get a few more trades going on so I can pay attention to what we're getting. Then we will read on what the other stuff is for the major appearances in like the anime and other things. Okay, what did we get? You guys saw before I did, before I lifted my head. Hi, Peony. Nice. Peony. Nice. A baby Pokemon. We are getting an assortment of Pokemon. There's only been one starter Pokemon. Wait, no, 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 no. We're not trading away the Hypini. Sorry, I almost did a bad. Because we're only trading the Rowlets, not the Pokemon that we're getting. Unless it's a hacked shiny, like, from a website. I will trade it back away, and somebody can do with it what they want with it. Because some people love to just to get those shinies and just keep them in a box and just to admire them. I've heard that out of somebody in a Facebook group when they get those kind of Pokemon. They usually just keep them in a box to where... Sorry, I had a yawn. But to keep it as like a memoir, basically, of shiny that they really couldn't keep. Okay, we're gonna start reading the appearances in like the anime and other things. Ash caught a Rowlet. First catch in Alola, catch him style. Was Rowlet his first Pokemon to catch? I thought there was somebody else that he caught first. See, I'm wrong because that's what it says. Which also marked the species debut. It has a naive and relaxed personality. It's rather inexperienced. So I do, I do have sometimes a thing with Ash. Well, Ash is now, most of his stuff is coming to an end in his last few episodes. See, me personally, I think they're going to, I know Pokemon and whatnot has said what they want to do. We got a Rowlet back. Definitely not our Rowlet, though. But as I am saying, I always had... What am I saying? What am I saying? I want to see this. I want to see what this one... level 1, they are trying to get a shiny one. So it is not level 1 moves. Because that one has Tackle and Growl. Okay, we're going to stop at the moment. I feel like for the anime, they're bringing these new people on, and then Ash is going to make either an appearance later on, or they're going to make these characters main characters, and Ash is going to become a side character. Like a travel companion like Brock, Misty, Dawn, May. All those characters, I feel like that's what's going to happen because I don't think Pokemon's going to let go of Pikachu and Ash. I don't think they will. That is my opinion. I mean, they might. It might be like a game changer, but I feel like they're not going to let go of him because he's been with them for so long. But that's my opinion. But my second opinion, because we're talking about the one that he caught in Alola, is that it never evolved. I know that some of it, that's my pet peeve with a lot of his Pokemon, that he does not fully evolve. He probably would have gotten he probably would have beaten a league sooner if he fully evolved most of his Pokemon. I know in X and Y, I believe his Pokemon were fully evolved, but like that one was like he was super close. All he had to do was beat that Charizard character with the Charizard Charizard X. If only he beat him, he would have beaten the league. And that was the one that he didn't have really of a diverse team now, did he? Most of his team was weak to some form of something. But that's my pet peeve, is like all of his Pokemon are either in beginner stage, mid stage, and it's only the Pokemon that he deemed the strongest of the strong. But those are my personal opinions on the anime. In other forms, he was in the Arceus Chronicles Part 1. Ash temporarily caught a Rowlet while visiting a Sinnoh Fest in Arceus Chronicles? I've never seen those. I don't think I've seen that one. Oh, and if anybody want to know, we are in this town where the grass gym leader is, because I thought this would be a great place to be. Right in front of the gym, on the battlefield of the grass gym. Alright, let's us get our next trade. Arceus Chronicles. Here, we're going to click onto it so I can read this. Oh, it's when they did... I don't think I've ever seen this one. Oh, it was a special where the journeys would go and what's it? What the Hisuian region, right? I've never actually seen that episode. I wonder if there is an English dub for it so I can watch it. All right, let us get back to where we were. There is minor appearances. Rowlet briefly appeared alongside Litten in Poplio, and I choose you. Oh, that must be the movie there. A trainer's Rowlet appeared in form Z to Shining Z, where it watched the battle between Ash's Pikachu and Tapu Koko. Rowlet appeared in Fantasy C alongside the other starter Pokemon and getting more than you battled for. There is that. The Rotom Pokedex's entry for Sun and Moon, it was episode 4. Rowlet, the grass-quilled Pokemon, a grass and flying type, stored energy during during the day in form of photosynthesis. It swoops down without making a sound and unleashes powerful kicks without being noticed. Alright, I'm not going to read the other forms of stuff. We don't really I don't really read the manga, so we're not going to read about that. In Journeys, Ash's Rowlet appeared in Fantasy of Legend, question mark, check, exclamation mark, friends, question mark, check, exclamation mark. Let's see. We're now going to get down to the Pokedex entries. In Sun and Moon, this wary Pokemon uses photosynthesis to store up energy during the day while becoming very active at night. In Moon, it slightly glides, drawing near its target before even noticing, and begins pelting him with various kicks. In Ultra Moon, we have it sends feathers which are sharp as blades in flying in attack. Its legs are strong, so it kicks also and are formidable. In Ultra Moon, it feels relaxed in tight and dark places, and it has known to use its trainer's pocket or bag as a nest. So there we go. Ultra Moon gave us the Pokedex entry that matches Ash's Rowlet, why it nests in his bag. Okay, we have a sword at a distance. It launches sharp feathers while flying about. If the enemy gets too close, Rowlet switches its tactics and delivers vicious kicks. In Shield, during the day, it builds up its energy via photosynthesis. At night, it flies silently through the sky and prowls for prey. In Legends Arceus, the flies noisily on its delicate wings. Why is that noise? I thought it was noiselessly, so no noise. It has mastered the art of deflying and launching dagger-sharp feathers from those same wings. There is no Pokedex entry in this generation because obviously it's only a raid Pokemon. I think once DLC comes in, we may be able to get the Pokedex entries for them. Hopefully they just add. Hopefully, since you've already evolved, if you got the starters and you evolve them, I'm hoping that they just give you all the Pokedex entries for it, that you don't have to do it all over again, which is not too hard, but I mean, it would be better to just give it to you once you get the DLC and you have had the Pokemon. Okay, we are now going to get into the game locations. Ooh, another Paradox Pokemon here. Not a shiny. Would love to get a shiny Paradox. I've already gotten all of them, but it would always be nice to get one. Alright, let us continue forward. In Sun and Moon, they were the starter Pokemon and from Hala in Icky Town. In Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, it was a starter Pokemon from Professor Kukui on Route 1, so it's different. Also in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, obviously, as I always say, if it isn't a Gen 1 Pokemon, it's not going to be there. So, in Sword and Shield, okay, this is where I get my answer from earlier. Is, ooh, a Sylveon. It was from Pokemon Home or Trade in the 1.2.0 plus. In its expansion pack, reward for finding at least 100 Diglett if the player chose Garuki. Oh, so, I mean, that would have been cool if they gave you the opposite of your starter. But it's interesting that they give you that. It wasn't in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl because they didn't want to go too crazy, you know. Oh, I really haven't played too far into Legends Arceus. Maybe I should just do a playthrough of Legends Arceus, since I really haven't, well, I've played to a decent part. I think I've gotten the beaten the Hisuian Voltorb. Anything outside of that, I don't think I'm super far into the game. Oh, there is a Hisuian Zora. Nice. In a Love Ball as well. That is super cute. But I should play, Let's Play on that. I'm probably not going to play it to where I can do, trades, because I only have one, because I'm not going to ruin my actual save file from my main account, and I don't have online on my other account. A friend of mine was like, oh, you should get the family pack, but I don't want to pay for the family pack. I did that mistake once. I accidentally bought the wrong one, and then I had to call, so I didn't pay too much for it. Because it also wasn't working for my main account. And my main account is what I use to play everything. So I'm not going to mess that up. Besides that, it is a star Pokemon from the Professor in Jubilife Village. You also receive one from the Professor in Jubilife after completing Mission 18 if the player did not choose Rowlet. So you have your chance to get a Rowlet as well. If I'm reading correctly. Oh, we got this one. The Rabska? Rabska? Okay, and also Coronet Highlands, space and time distortions after completing Mission 8. And as massive outbreaks. So you're 8. Oh! I did not know all this, because I didn't play that far, nor did I read too much into the game. In Scarlet Violet, it's bred through Pokeportal news, the Decidueye that you get. I'm not going to read the side games, because I really don't play the side games. In game, I was during home in, home max EV Rowlet worldwide, level 5, May 18th, 2022 onwards from from Pokemon Home. Oh, I don't quite remember that. All right, let's get our next trade in. All right, and now we're going to get into the base stats. We have HP at 68, attack at 55, defense at 55, special attack at 50, special defense at 50. So you can really mix this one up if you really wanted to. Its speed is at level 42, so it basically is a mixed attacker, more of a physical attacker and physical defense here. But just by 5, so it's nothing too crazy that you can switch it up for. But we have our type effectiveness chart here. So it's normally damaged by normal, bug, ghost, steel, electric, psychic, dragon, dark, and fairy. It is 2 times weak to flying, poison, rock, fire, and ice. It is immune to ground, and it is resistant to fighting, water, and grass. We now have our level up chart here, where it gets from level 1, the tackle and growl, as we see. At level 3, it gets leafage, 6, astonish, 9, peck, 12, shadow sneak, razor leaf at level 15, synthesis at 18, Pluck at 21, Nasty Plot at 24, Sucker Punch at 27, Leaf Blade at 30, Feather Dance at 33, and Brave Bird at 36. Oh, we got a cute little Eevee. Somebody trying to get... Oh, I hit the wrong button. I hit B. Somebody trying to get a shiny Eevee, which is very nice because a nice silver-looking Eevee as well. If I was to get a shiny Eevee, I would want to try and get an Umbreon. Either an Umbreon, an Espeon, or a Sylveon, because I love their shinies. They're really cool. But mostly for an Umbreon, because Umbreon is my favorite one. And it does go in that order. Umbreon, Espeon, and Sylveon are like my favorite out of the evolutions. Then it just goes on from there. I should do a like list. I've already told half the list, but do an evolutions list. I know it'll probably be a short thing, but should do something like that. Okay, with a TM, it can get takedown. Sorry, I've got something stuck in my throat. We have Takedown. It can learn Protect, Confuse Ray, Trail Blaze. It also can get Facade, Aerial Ace, Swift, Magical Leaf, Air Cutter, Nightshade, Endure, Sunny Day, Rain Dance, Bullet Seed, False Swipe. It also can get Shadow Claw, Air Slash, Sleep Talk, and Seed Bomb. It also can get Light Screen, Grass Knot, Rest, Sword Dance, Substitute, Energy Ball, Giga Drain, Energy Ball, Helping Hand. Oh, wait. And there we go. Grass Terrain, Nasty Plot, Grass Pledge, Leaf Storm, Brave Bird, Solar Beam, and Terra Blast. We don't have, what's a solar, wait. We don't have Solar Blade as a TM? That would be cool if it could learn. Well, this was a bad. I misclicked. We got rid of our Pinecone. I did a bad. I did not. Sorry. Sorry, whoever was that person was supposed to get a Rowlet. I am sorry. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. Okay, let's see. Oh. It was, egg moves on our Rowlets here. Confused Ray, it gets the Mirror Herb. But it gets Defog from the Rufflet line. It can get Double Team from the Starly line or the Noibat line. It gets Knockoff from that Bombirdier. And also Roost from most of all of the bird Pokemon. It also gets it from Noibat as well, but most of the bird Pokemon from Wingull, from Fletching to Hawlucha to Oricorio, and then we have Squawkability, Wattler, and Flamingo. Flamigo. Okay, so that is that. I don't know how they're, how they're gonna introduce, um, Hisuian form here, because I know that we couldn't get the Hisuian form of Zoroark unless, like, unless the original Pokemon there was from the event. But I wonder how, since we now have, hi Dartrix here, how they're gonna try and get us to have that, because obviously it's in the game file, you're able to get it. But I wonder how they're gonna introduce it, because it says you have to evolve it in Hisuian. But Routlet evolves into Dartrix at level 17, and then to Decidueye at level 34. It evolves into regular Decidueye outside of the Hisuian region. If it's in the Hisuian region, it evolves into the Hisuian Decidueye form. Regular Decidueye is Grass Ghost, and the Hisuian form is Grass Fighting. Like I said, the shiny form is literally a mint green color, and that is the reason why I call it mint if I get a shiny one. Because it is... Oh, I was about ready to hit A on our thing again there. Since we are almost through, we got the trivia, the origin, the name origin, and all the other languages. So we'll get this one traded in. We'll get the next 3 in, and then we will read the rest, and then we'll trade off the rest of the 3. So we will trade off the remaining Pokemon, and then read the rest. So what are we going to get for this Rowlet? As I said, we are getting a decent assortment. We got one Rowlet for a Rowlet. Because at this point, Rowlet is probably being bred for a shiny form. Just like I said that I got an egg. Well, it wasn't bred. It was guaranteed a shiny. Most people would say those are hacked eggs, which you're true, but since they are able to be traded through other means, you can be able to have them. And I'm pretty sure I'll be able to use it through the online battles and everything, because it doesn't check that. Or I think so. I don't know. I've never had a problem through an egg that has been guaranteed a shiny. Most likely, some of the hacked Pokemon that are actually done right, they go through. But some people do stupid things and try and add moves that don't exist on that Pokemon, or try and do something crazy, which that's why when it comes to that website one, I'm very adamant. I'm kind of adamant on not keeping, because I don't want to use it by accident. Croco, is that its? Is that its like French name? Oh no, German name. That's a cool name though. Crockle. Crockle. Interesting name. Alright, so we're going to trade off the last 2 before we start reading the trivia and the origin. Okay, there we go. Oh, never knew that. I never actually pay attention to my phone once I do the stuff here. But Quilted15 is in the chat. I'm sorry, but we're almost the end of the stream. Good that you came towards the end. Or if you've been here for quite some time and I haven't actually looked at my phone. But like I said, we're getting the last few Pokemon traded in. We are going to read the rest of the trivia stuff. Let's see what we're going to get. Okay, our final trade before reading all the trivia stuff is another Fuecoco. Nice. All right, so we're gonna start reading the trivia stuff. Okay, including those that gain a new type upon their first evolution. Rowlet's the only starter Pokemon whose secondary type does not remain the same throughout its whole evolutionary family. With both Alolan and Hisuian Decidueye losing its flying type and gaining the Ghost and Fighting type, respectfully. Well, they just end it with respectfully. Okay, and Rowlet's Japanese name is recognized. Not recognized. It is Romanized as revealed in a tweet in their trademark in April 17, 2016. So, Rowlet's Japanese name is trademarked. Don't ever try and use it, because it is trademarked. Rowlet and its evolved form have several distinctions. Rowlet and its evolved forms. They are only Grass-type Pokemon in the Flying-type A group. They are only Pokemon introduced in generations. It was Sun and Moon. Again, Roman numerals. I can never tell what the ones after 3 are. Or to be in the Hisuian Pokedex. They are the only grass starter Pokemon family whose Pokedex color is not green. Instead, their Pokemon Pokedex color is brown. Its origin, Rowlet, is based on an owl, sharing the most similarities with the members of the Triadide family. Probably didn't say that right. A species collectively known as barn owls, and that have the heart-shaped bases and dark eyes. In particular, it chooses to resemble a common barn owl, in which it was introduced in Hawaii, the region in which Alola is based on. Alternately, it was inspired by the eastern grass owl or the African grass owl, along with the local Paui owl that is known for flying over grassy areas on the Hawaiian Islands, hence the grass typing. It is round body without ear tufts, may also draw inspiration as the tawny owl or boreal owl. Its name origin is Rowlet may be the combination of root, round, or arrow, and outlet as a young owl. Makua may be the combination of, so I'm assuming that's the Japanese name? Yeah, it is the Japanese name. Maku, which is wood, and for ku, which is owl. As we see, Makua. Berndio. In Spanish, it is Rowlet. In German, it's Bayous. Italian, Rowlet. In Korean, it's Nam Opumi. And I can never pronounce the Cantonese, Chinese, or the Mandarin Never pronounce them right. I might, you know what? I'll try. It's Mumik. Nah, I can't. We're not even gonna try. All right. So we will get our. We finished off reading. We are going to trade off our last three. Hopefully, somebody today has loved the Rowlet that I gave them, because for one, it is the new Pokemon that we got in the raids here. And hopefully everybody is loving that the Miracle Seed that will help it all the way through. Like I said, I really wish that I can give it. Well, not with this, but with a Pokemon that has a Ghost typing or a typing in general. That I wish the stores sold them any of the items that help boost moves of a certain type. I wish the stores had them. Because like what is it? The spell tag for ghost types, they don't have it. You have to. I don't know if even if there's a way of farming them. I'm not into I'm not into doing the thief tactic because there is the 50% chance that they might not have the item. You might the best way to do it would be to have a Pokemon with Frisk and Thief. People do the Noivern for that. But I really don't have the time to be able to do that. If it's a basic item that I can give it, I'll give it to it. I do, however, need to start grinding up money because I was running low on what I had. So I might just go into, if I play more, I'll go into raids and get some items that I can trade off. Oh, the first Feroki of the day. I thought I would have gotten a bunch more Feroki still. And or whatnot. We do have level 1 starters here as well, so people are still also trying to get shinies. The Zora here had to be to get a shiny. These any Pokemon that is like level 1, I assume that they are trying to hatch a shiny. Because you're not gonna get a level 1 in the wild here. Alright, so let's get our last Routlet out and see what we can get. Okay, it was instantly traded away. Our final trade is going to be... And it is a Charmander and a Beast Ball. So again, another person who's trying to get a shiny. Okay, let us... We've already got what next week's thing is, so I'm not going to pull up the randomized thing because we've already got... yeah, basically what we got last week will go for next week. We'll get the Clauncher. I will catch a wild one and then breed it. Or if I can get like a mass group of them, I might get more of them. But I think I'll just get one to breed it. Alright, let us check the box that we got going on here. We got a Noibat, we got a Lechonk, Igglybuff, a Hariyama, a Numel, we got the Charmander, we got another Rowlet, we got a Honchkrow, we got a Happiny, a Chudette, a Iron Hands, we got a Cubchoo, a Rockruff, a Makuita, another Iron Hands, a Sylveon, a Azora, a Rabscat, a Charmander. We also have a Hippop, Hoppip, a Swablu, a Fletching, a Eevee. We got a Scyther. We also have a Fuecoco here, a Shelter, another Fuecoco, a Scorbunny, a Froakie, and we got a Charmander. Basically, the whole lot. See, if we were to go like this, and put this here, and this here, it's basically the line of raid Pokemon that we've already for the starters that they did. So Charmander, Scorbunny, Froakie, and then Rowlet. I wonder what the next one they're gonna do, because they have Kanto, they have uh Galar, they have why am I drawing a blank on this region? Whatever. And then we have the Alola. So next one, if they wanted to go, the next one would either be Johto, Hoenn, Unova? Yeah, Unova. Um, they could also do like something stupid and give us like a raid, a raid for our one of the Pokemon that is highly probably sought after for the Paldea region, and give it like its hidden ability. See, that's what they should do. They, I'm saying they should do, is they should give like um are some. I know that it's just giving us them, but they should give us starters through these raids with the hidden abilities, because then that's an easy way for people who just don't breed them to get a Pokemon with the hidden ability. Because a lot of kids, I would say kids, because there is some kids that know how to do it. Oh, there we go. I could have just went further down for this. There's a starter Pokemon thing here. Okay, so we have Kanto. They did. I don't know why they looped Haisu. Well, Haisu. I mean, they had to have. It's Kalos. That's what. So we got Kanto, Kalos, Galar, and Alola here. So what they can do is either Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh. We got Unova that they can do. They can do like the Paldea ones. They do have. Oh, I love how they've also went further down with the other games. They got Yellow Coliseum here, XD. They got the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Because like in Yellow, you only had the Pikachu. The rival had the Eevee, so it's basically how they deviated for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee to be able to be like, oh, it's just like Yellow, but it can be flopped or switched. In Coliseum, you got an Espeon and an Umbreon. I wonder why they chose that in the Coliseum game, for the GameCube. I wonder why they picked these two. Because it's a Psychic type and a Dark type. Interesting. In XD, they just gave you an Eevee. I wonder if that Eevee was able. I'm not gonna look too far into the XD. I wonder if that one was able to be evolved. I wonder. But the stream is now coming to an end. Like I said, Clauncher is going to be the next week's from the randomized then. But in next week we'll do another randomized for the typing and for the Pokemon. If I'm gonna say it now, if I randomize the typing and it's water type, I'm gonna re-randomize again. Because we're not gonna do the same type 2 weeks in a row. Is all I'm saying. Because it would make sense to do it that way. But if you liked the stream or watching this in the future on the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be seeing you in the next Sunday for Surprise Trade Sunday, or in the next episode that is going up this following week.